Hello. Oh, my camera's a little bit out of frame, but that's okay. We shall fix things as we go. That's how we roll here. Steam up there. Sure, restart Steam. Steam's updated. The world's in chaos, everyone. Hey, Renegade. Welcome, everyone, to your Thursday stream here on Mailfuzz Live. Apologies for no stream at the weekend. I was a little bit under the weather. Not all weekend, but I was under the weather on the day that I was supposed to be streaming. But alas, we are here now, and obviously we're getting close to Christmas, which has not escaped me. And I actually may have some fairly interesting ideas for some stream activity next week. We'll still probably have like a proper Christmas stream, in the sense that there's probably going to be one that's on the movie channel that starts a bit earlier. But I'm thinking I'm actually free to stream like every night next week. Now, I'm not going to stream every night, but I'm thinking like a Monday through like Thursday kind of like multi-day Christmas stream thing or something, right? I don't know. Where we'll do the Muppets Christmas Carol. We'll get Scrooge done, because that's due. And also to make up for the fact that there's been a little bit less streams the last couple of weeks, due to being busy and or sick and or whatever. Alright, I'm glad Firefly's moved actually, so now I can set up properly. Or move the camera at least. There we go. That looks better. Got the tree behind me, everything's all pretty. Here we are. Welcome everyone. So yes. Christmas stream week next week. I didn't think of that in advance, I just coined it. But yeah, basically, I'm done with Tim now, at least until after Christmas, recording wise. Tara's away for most of next week, so I'm not recording with her. Which basically means that streams aplenty. So if people are looking for more streams, I think next week is going to be a good week for it on the build up to Christmas. Yeah, I figure. I'm assuming that people will be less available to come and hang out and do stupid stuff on Christmas Eve. Plus, maybe I would like to have Christmas Eve off to just be lazy. Admittedly, though, I should be fine, because I mean, I will still have some stuff to do like at normal times next week, but nothing at the time that I normally stream at. The Christmas top 10 I was working on today. I got a nice chunk of that done. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to have time to do anything with it tomorrow or Saturday, or even Sunday actually, because me and Tara are recording a lot this weekend. Because she's going to be away for most of next week. So I will definitely be working on that on Monday and probably Tuesday, I imagine. I doubt I'll get it done in one day, get it finished in one day. But I'm hoping to have that up Tuesday night, Wednesday at the latest. So it's out in time for Christmas, and I hope people will like it. Did I see the Sonic 2 trailer? I did. I watched the Video Game Awards where they premiered it. It looks... it looks fine. Knuckles and Tails seem cool, I guess. Hey Alison, welcome to the stream. Welcome. As you can see from the title, tonight we'll be doing our second Christmas musical. Meet Me in St. Louis, the film in question. I have to do 4 musicals as per Cindy's theme, 3 of which will be Christmas themed, and then 1 we'll do after Christmas, before New Year's. We'll do a non-Christmas musical in that week. Firefly, jump up. Jump up. There you go. Go, Cindy. Allison, I don't appreciate this collusion. I never said Chicago. I still get to pick the movie. I ain't picking Chicago. You want Chicago so bad. That's an easy like mega goal at some point. When I finally feel, I don't know, low enough to put myself through it. Where I'm spiritually in a really bad place. And I'm like, well, what's it gonna hurt? That's when that happens. I am aware of the Deep House Renegade. It's on the radar. I imagine me and Tim will do it on Screams in the not too distant future. I don't think I'll be too harsh. Was I harsh during White Christmas? I don't think it was. I think I let it groan every time they started singing. To be fair though, pretty much everyone in chat was agreeing that White Christmas was a bit dull. Like there was a general consensus forming throughout that no one seemed to really like it that much. It wasn't like offensively bad or anything, but I was pretty quiet. Yeah, I was miserable. I was just in my misery. I was in my misery cave. But this is the thing though. Meet Me in St. Louis might be a better movie. I don't know. Although I must actually complain that much like White Christmas, it's basically 2 straight hours. Like why aren't any of these 90 minutes? Come on, why are all these musicals 2 hours long? You bastards. Yeah, the characters weren't great. Characters were kind of annoying in places. Yep. Mm. Ah, dear. So yeah, it's crunch time on Ace actually because we wanted to watch the next movie a second time, which we did, but then we had to push the recording that the second recording that was planned, and so we basically skipped a week on Ace, which is a shame. So we're doing that this weekend as well as next week's movie, and also squeezing in a Babylon 5. Yeah, that's still a thing. I mean, at the very least, we have to watch the third one on stream. That is a given. But David did agree to doing the review thing, so it's just I've just not had time to think about stuff. Uh, so what basically what I'm saying is remind me in January. Um, and also somewhere over the weekend, I need to fit in the final Squid Game episode to watch and record the review of, which I'm looking forward to doing. Admittedly, I was actually very tempted to not do any edit work tonight and just watch Squid Game and record that, but the editing is a little overdue, so I had to put my foot down myself and get it down and working. It's Christmas, everyone. It's Christmas time. Isn't that right, Firefly? Ah. Hmm. I'm not sure what to say. The chat's gotten pretty downer. Why would you say such a thing, Alison? Don't tease me with the evil emojis. What? This is just cruel. Which is actually a good point. Mentioning Tara's been away for most of next week is that next week's Star Trek Discovery, assuming there is one coming out, because I don't see why they wouldn't, but it will be very late compared to normal, just because we can't record until like the following week. But it is what it is. What's all this coercion in to try to get me to watch Chicago? Mm-mm. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I maybe I'll pick something like Blues Brothers, something I actually enjoy. At least from memories. Well, I've listened to it once, but I remember enjoying Blues Brothers. Mm. Can we stretch musical to mean School of Rock? Or dare I say Sister Act 2? Because, I mean, them are cooking with gas. I know Tara's been nudging me to watch Phantom of the Paradise because Garrett Graham's in it. It is a Brian De Palma film, so it is definitely a lot more curious than oh, Alison's all opinionated. True that. We're going to watch Scrooge next week for Christmas. I'm getting just just getting pelted in chat today apparently. Right, where's OBS? There's OBS, just so I can see this properly. Oh. So how is everyone? How are people? What are we doing? I say how are people. I mean, how are the ladies? Since it's all ladies thus far. Oh yeah, we're doing Muppet Christmas Carol. That's the third Christmas musical. I feel like Alison's begging for something that I already agreed to. Maybe I should go back in my word and milk the begging a bit. uh, um, I have to say, every so often I get this itch where I like want to read physical comics again. Not necessarily my single issues that I do for the podcast, but like I miss not like buying like nice hardcovers and like reading the nice big pages in print. But it's a very expensive hobby to get back into. As tempting as it is, and the thought of like having to move with lots and lots of books at some point is really unappealing. But alternatively, I did I am looking forward to all the digital sales that usually kick off in like the 23rd or 24th. I'm sure Comixology and iTunes will be good to me. Uh oh, that's a bit harsh, Alison. Don't worry, we're doing Muppets Christmas Carol. It's already set for next week. We're doing Muppets Christmas Carol. We're doing Scrooge because that was the box game winner from the Halloween stream. Woof, 500 plus. Whoa, there's a there's a thing. $25, Cindy, you mad woman. You mad woman. I mean, thank you. But you mad woman. Alison, one day I will attain your forgiveness. Today may not be that day, but one day I will. Alright, so the mad woman Cindy. And when I say mad woman, I mean I'm trying to like sort of conjure up the phrase Mad Titan when they're talking about Thanos. So I'm just like, Cindy's got the Infinity Gauntlet on, and she's ready to, you know, fist the universe. Okay. Wheel. Scoreboard for me to edit. And then, of course, wheel interact box. Alright, we're ready to go. These are VIP spins because the tip is 20 or more. 5 spins for Cindy. Here we go. Exciting. +4. Here we go. How do you guys feel about a one round of a screenshot game being something that gets added to the wheel for next season? Because I was thinking about other things that could be on the wheel. Or would you rather that just be something you could buy with a tip? Like, for sure, rather than it being left to chance? Does she get 5 for becoming boss? It would be 3 points, and that would be assuming that she wasn't already boss. Was she already? Who was boss? Were you boss before Renegade? I'll be honest. I didn't realize she. I didn't realize she changed who the boss was. I thought she already was boss. Confirm if there was a boss change or if it was just Cindy keeping her crown. Been one spin so far that has been added. You were boss? Okay, well in that case you're right, yeah. You get 3 points. That's my bad, I wasn't paying attention to who's boss. So that's 3 more points. Spin number 2. Oh. Oh, the deep. The deep is going down. The deep is going downtown. Can I bring this over here so I can read it better? I can. Alright, deep's down to 28. Spin number 3. Since Cindy herself is the leader, that is just a null spin. So I'm on to spin number 4. $5 points. But you've landed on it once. And Cindy is possibly about to break into that 100 category. Okay, here's spin number 5. +6. Oh my. So that's you up to 105. Now, do you want to have 5 points, Cindy, or would you like to give out 5 spins? It's actually not that cold right now. It was a little cold for a couple of weeks, and then now it's just kind of back to kind of normalish, livable temperature. But it usually gets really cold in January and February, so I'll enjoy this not being freezing whilst it lasts. As Queen Cindy picks her poison. What's a firefly? You've given me peace all day, and all of a sudden I'm streaming, you're like, hey, I want to have human time. I want attention. 3 to Allison and 2 to Megan. Okay, well, 3 VIP spins for Allison. Here we go. Here we go. -1. Okay, down to 19. Not terrible. Spin number 2 for Alison. I just let's save that. I'll just rephrase this just so it's clear what it is. Because there still has to be a bit of chance, Alison. So there's still negatives, but the positives are much better. And the negatives don't get worse on the VIP wheel, they just stay the same. And then spin number 3 for Alison. Oh, hey! I thought that was going to be a second jumping jacks, but it's actually a jumping jack gets taken away. Very nice. I'm happy with that. That was a bit of a non-event. Those 3 spins, unfortunately. 2 spins for Renegade, though. Spin number 1. Oh, Renegade fighting back. Cindy, almost back down to double digits. Almost. And then spin number 2. That was as good as getting points, Renegade, honestly. Then deep -3. Where's deep? There's deep. Deep's down to 25. Yeah, I'll have to talk to David because he made the wheel to put 1 or 2 new things on there and maybe take off an item or 2. But there you go. Thanks again, Cindy. That is all the spins distributed. All the spins. I should probably do some jump jacks actually. Let's whittle these down a little bit. Wheel of Time is far superior to Wheel of Fast. I mean, they have a much bigger budget, Alison, to be fair. Also, I don't claim to write this, and they claim to have written their show, and I was finding it a little hard to believe when I was watching it, if I'm honest. Yes, Firefly. His little head just sort of went, oh. When I looked up at him, or I looked down at him. You looked up at me. Hey. I've let the beard grow out a little bit more than I normally do since it's winter. What does that mean? That was just a joke, Alison. I was just making a dig at not being very good. That was all. It wasn't a particularly thought out jab. Hey, push push. Firefly. You have to say hello. I have to say hello to the peoples. Firefly. Oh, look at the baby. Look at the baby pretty cat. I mean, you're not a young cat anymore, but still. You're my baby. That's why you're the baby pretty cat. He's purring away. may I add. Oh. Yeah, alright, so we need to watch Meet Me in St. Louis. Ideally, it would be starting in about 10 minutes. So it's not going super late. Because it is 2 hours long. But it does feel like we should. Do you know what? I feel like you've picked the theme that a lot of people are avoiding being around for. That's what I am predicting right now. I am speculating that certain individuals are intentionally seeing the title of the stream and going, you know what? I'll wait for the next one. Yeah, but later. It could always be more late. Until you went full circle, I guess. No? I thought my logic tracked out nicely. But maybe not. Just causing chaos. Eventually it's early again. Sure. You got weighed when you went for your shot? Hmm. Well, I know Elsa's busy, but like Elsa's not avoiding it because of the movie. Elsa would be all about watching this crap. But others I speculate. Uh, um yeah. Still though, we might just have to call it in like 10-15 minutes and just start watching the movie. Who is this man on my TV? A very handsome, ruggish man. That is who. Hmm. I'll bet you would, Elsa. Yes. Yeah, we'll start the movie in about 15 minutes. Give anyone else a chance to pop in, but then we very much must begin. Is there a character in this named Lewis? Is that a direct quote from the movie? Oh. Then I'm glad I'm streaming tonight too, Elsa. There should be a lot of streaming next week. I was telling the others that I'm pretty free next week, so I'm thinking there's going to be a run up to Christmas set of streams. With perhaps the Christmas activities stretching over them in total. Firefly. Song lyrics from the movie. I'm not prepared for this, Cat. Yes. You're not prepared for it either, are you? No. Because you know how I get when I'm upset. I'm less affectionate and petty. Well, petty as in petting a pet. Not petty as in holding a grudge. Oh no, Cindy. This is your fault. Do we hold off if Cindy can't watch since it's her theme? Give me a vote on this. I should be streaming like 3 or 4 days next week, so we'll have time to fit it in if we do have to push it. It is apparently ladies' night. Yes. Can't find the movie anywhere. Oh, jeez. It's not even. It's not even rentable somewhere. That's very odd. You would appreciate that. I mean, it'll fit into the Christmas theme for next week anyway, so it's not a big deal. Let's watch a Christmas rom-com instead. How dare you? Hey, Chris. Welcome. Maybe tonight's the night for Manos the Hands of Fate then, for Elsa. Before she leaves for a few days. Hey, Elsa. Come watch Manos. Okay. So it seems like we're pushing Meet Me in St. Louis until next week's Christmas week of streams, because Cindy's internet's acting up and she picked the theme, so it seems a bit unfair for her not to join in. Hold on, I'm gonna. Are you currently in Mexico, Elsa? Are you home? Wait, which one is it? 1944. It might not be rentable in Mexico though, Renegade. It's still early though, enough to do something else. We're in Mexico. Where's Mexico on this list? What the hell? Apparently the only option in Mexico according to Letterboxd is iTunes, but for some reason it's $50 to rent. What? What? 70, 90 baht. What are these weird inflated prices in Mexico all about? Is this supposed to be a different currency that's not been translated so that 50 and 79 makes sense? No Way Home, that will be. I think I'm just waiting until it's available at home. I don't think I care enough. Manos? No. Meet Me in St. Louis, Elsa. I was looking for Meet Me in St. Louis. Yeah, like pesos might make more sense. Like I might not. I don't know what 50 of that translates to, so maybe that's fine. But yeah, like but it doesn't. It's not changed the symbol here, so it just looks like $50 and $79, which is pretty expensive for any movie. Never mind one that's 80 years old, more or less. That's like $3. Oh, that's really cheap then. That's actually not really cheap. It's exactly the same price. $2.99 is pretty much consistent. No more twerpy Spider-Man. Oh dear. $2.5. Okay. It may just be that the site's not programmed to like change the currency symbol, and that's all it is. But it looked like $79. And that made me laugh. Firefly. Oh. Oh, my baby. Oh. So, that does mean if we're not doing Meet Me in St. Louis and we're saving that for next week, then it means we are now suddenly free to watch something else. Or just do something else. Mm. Mm. Is that all Cindy cares about? I want to watch Meet Me in St. Louis. But Cindy can't watch it, so we should postpone for that reason, but then you also can't find it. At least if we postpone it, Elsa, you could, you've got time to track it down for next week. Not tonight. Yes, not tonight. Oh wait, hon. I don't think I have iTunes downloaded anywhere. Haven't had the need for it yet, but I'll get it for next week. Ah, okay, I didn't read that comment. You're right, you're right. Yeah, if you just get the Apple TV app on whatever device you have that can install the Apple TV app, uh, you should be able to rent it on there. Assuming the price is reasonable and not $50 as reported. Question about Venom, Pete. Is he actually scary in the comics? He can be. It just kind of depends on the run and like who's writing him. Like, if you go back to like some classic Venom stories, there's some really good ones that are really atmospheric, but then there's also some goofy ones that are just kind of silly. I have not had the quote unquote pleasure of Venom 2. Yeah, don't do it if it's $50. I agree with that sentiment entirely. So very cool. I'm not ignoring you. What did you ask? Maybe you can stream it somehow. Wait, from DVD? You're asking if you can stream your DVD to Elsa? I don't think so. Well, I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's not impossible. You would need streaming software like I used to stream to YouTube. Oh wait, are you just asking if you can stream it yourself rather than watch the DVD? Because if that's the case, then yes, you probably can. At least rent it. Uh, yeah, Zoom meeting. Yeah, Zoom meeting or a Skype call or a Discord call, like anything where you can share your screen. It would have to be one where you can share the audio as well, though. I don't think Skype lets you share the audio. So it'd have to be Discord, I think, because Discord lets you take the audio. Yeah, it's Meet Me in St. Louis, for the record, apparently is on HBO Max in the US for anyone else who needs to find it. It's also on whatever the symbol is. Zoom does as well? Okay. I haven't used Zoom much. so I'm not familiar with all of its features. I suppose you use Zoom for the virtual classroom stuff, right? And that's why you know that. Um. Do, 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 do. It's just not a bad idea, Alison. I mean, the legality of it's a bit grey, but um, if Elsa sets up an iTunes account, though, she might have an easy time just renting it for a couple of dollars. You switch to MS Teams. Don't think I've used that. Don't think I've used that at all. So for anyone who's joined recently, I was saying earlier that when we start the new season in January, we're probably going to shake up the wheel a little bit again. And I think what we may add to it is around the screenshot game. So like one screenshot will be one of the things you can land on. Or maybe other potential things of that nature, but just to shake up things a little bit. Maybe have some other things that might happen. Yeah, sure. Yeah, get that, Alison. Um, so if people would still like to watch a movie, we could do the Christmas movie of some kind, or just whatever. Did you ever give out the spins from the 12-hour stream? I think so. I feel like I did, but I'm not totally sure. I don't think Teams existed until like long after I'd already settled on like two other things. So I mean, I've never just even bothered trying to. But good to know that it sucks. do 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 do. Oh, that's Chris backing you up. I keep telling you to write things down. You're right. You're right. I should write more things down. You owed 2 or 3 screenshot games. Oh, we did the screenshot games. We definitely did the screenshot games, Elsa. Hmm. Keep them, they are cursed. Ah, Elsa. For the record, Elsa, Cindy has landed on Tyler's terror once tonight already. Renegades rubbing her hands together. Renegade's thinking, oh, land on it 2 more times. Because then I'm next in line. Isn't that right, Firefly? Yes. Yes. I'll have to get some fun snacks or something for next week. Some treats. Some Christmassy treats. What's that? It's a space on the wheel, Allison, where if you land on it 3 times in one night, you go to 0 points. I don't want no more spins. See, Cindy's playing it safe. The problem is, Cindy, is if someone else gifts you spins, there's nothing you can do about it. Which is why the nice gesture of gifting spins instead of taking the points could actually be a strategical ploy in some cases. Yeah, exactly, Alison. Like rolling doubles. You get 5 points, you land on it the first 2 times, so you get a nice hefty point boost. But you land on it a 3rd time, you get to 0. No more gifting tonight. Hey, the gifting's not up to me, that's up to other people. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Firefly. So I don't want to explain this too much because I feel like I'll probably explain it in the actual thing. So you're just going to hear it repeated anyway. So just briskly though, there's probably going to be like a bit of bonus content for the top 10 because I was editing today and I realized that the video ended better if I just ended it on the last thing I said about number 1 rather than like the 3 or 4 minutes of just kind of like outro stuff I had afterwards. And I think I'm not going to just post that outro that I've cut out of it because it doesn't work on its own. But I think the sort of thing that was in there, like explaining the thought process and giving some honorable mentions and maybe some obvious picks that people would have expected that I definitely didn't want to put or whatever. Like I think that might become like a little bit of like an extra that goes on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. Just because it's a natural little thing. Because I won't edit it. I'll just sit down and talk for 5-10 minutes. But and it means I don't have to like feel compelled to like rush because it's dragging out an outro to a otherwise heavily fine-tuned edited video. Hey Firefly. You coming up? You coming up, Firefly? This cat. This cat. Mm. You don't know? Oh. He's doing that little meow that I really like. Oh. I'll become Firefly. I'll become. Oh. Oh. I have to say the video game awards weren't all that great. I was actively annoyed at them because it felt like they were teasing a new Silent Hill by referencing it multiple times, and then there wasn't an announcement, so it just pissed me off. Wonder Woman game will probably be cool, and There's one or two other decent things, but there wasn't that exciting overall. Well, you do what, you lie on my shoulder like Garrus does, Firefly? It's not like you. I ain't gonna stop you though. Although unlike Garrus, you tend to like leave a lot more noticeable fur on my shirt. Something about those ginger locks. And it, oh god, it lasted far too long. It was over 3 hours, not even including the pre-show. It's getting longer every single year. Jeff Keighley must be stopped. There was no gameplay, Cindy, so you couldn't really see how it looked. It was more just, it mimicked like the old trailer where it was like cuts to black with the photograph sounds and like you heard screams, you hear a little bit of a chainsaw, but you didn't really get to see how it looked. I assume it's just going to be like the Friday the 13th game and Dead by Daylight, because they said it was a multiplayer game, so I assume it's just going to be like those. Oh yeah, I wasn't super fond of Shang-Chi, but I hope you thought it was alright. What did you think of the other Sonic trailer? I'm intrigued but cautious. Oh yeah, it was basically like Sonic Breath of the Wild, which is a really weird concept. The idea that the dungeons are just like Sonic style levels, but it's an open world, which I guess is not that different from Sonic Adventure in a lot of ways, but definitely more Breath of the Wild though. Uh, no strong feelings. I mean, I I have fun memories of Sonic, but like it takes a lot for me to get excited for a new Sonic game. Too many of them have been either not even bad. Like, there's a couple that are really bad, but just they're okay. Like, I tend to like playing a few levels of a Sonic game that's decent, and then I'm like, that's probably me. I've scratched the itch. I never really feel compelled to uh like get through the whole thing. I think a lot of people's last movie was Sonic. Sonic the Invisible Man was around that time. Unfortunately for me, it was Bram's The Boy 2. Although I have seen movies since then. I've seen 2 movies in the last month. So I'm back at the movies again. But nope, definitely not a fangirl. I can confirm that. One of the first things I saw back was a video game movie as well, actually. It was Resident Evil. Wasn't the first. Ghostbusters Afterlife was the first, just because I got them in the mood to go see a movie. I mean, maybe I will go see Spider Man if I just get in the mood to go to the movies. Admittedly, because it's getting colder and the weather's not great, because it's been raining a lot here, so the temptation to like leave the house if I don't have to is not as frequent. Firefly's just sitting on my leg. Can't see him. He's just below camera. Oh, that's a shame, Allison. There is something to enjoy about the movie theater experience, but I get it. I get it. I could play some video games if people want to see a video game. Don't know what though, admittedly. I've been dabbling in Dark Souls 3. I was mildly tempted to do a run on XCOM, but not XCOM 2, XCOM Enemy Unknown / Within. Just because I haven't done it since before XCOM 2 came out, so I thought it might be a fun thing to do. And I was also kind of feeling an itch for some Resident Evil, but oh, I'm on fire. Oh, to be honest, the thing I've played the most recently is just Marvel Puzzle Quest. Just because it's on my tablet and I could sit and play it in bed whilst I'm watching something stupid. Yeah, to be fair, the more infectious new strain has since like came to light since you made that trip, Elsa. Though things have changed again. Or at least there is a new reason why you might want to be hesitant again, I should say. It's debatable if the world has actually changed that much, just because everyone's sick of dealing with it. Oh yeah, I mean both movies I went to see were both theatre only. Like I'm not going to the theatre to see The Matrix, I'll just watch it at home. And I was happy to do that with Dune. But once we get into 2022, a lot of Warner Brothers aren't doing it anymore. And more stuff's going to be theatre only. So watching it on IMAX. Oh, that was probably the most interesting thing about the Video Game Awards. Actually, was they released that Matrix tech demo, which is pretty nifty, just to see what games might look like in like 4 or 5 years. Ah, that's rough, Allison. I encourage it, Elsa. Why would you look crazy? Are you supposed to wear masks on planes still? I'm surprised they're not saying you have to be honest. I mean, I like other people in the theater when I went, like, were sitting with their masks off in the theater. I never took mine off. I did occasionally sort of like open the bottom of it a little bit to breathe because my glasses kept steaming up. But like other than that, like not so much. Is there a timeline for when regular people can buy a PS5? um, there's still a chip shortage, which is why like all the consoles and computer parts are like kind of hard to get. I mean, why not, Elsa? It just means you look fancier than everyone else. No booster for me yet, although I think I'm due it soonish. Because I got my second shot in August, so I think January time is when I'll be up for the next round. Um, Basically, Cindy, you just have to pay attention to like places like Amazon, Best Buy, Target, because they get like batches of stock every so often. It's probably even harder right now than it was in the summer because of Christmas time. Um, Best thing to do, honestly, is to find one of the Twitter accounts that kind of tweets out when anyone has stock, Um, I know Digital Foundry's good for the UK stock. I don't know if they also do the US stuff though. But there's Twitter accounts that are just dedicated to like tweeting when PlayStations and Xboxes are in stock places. Yeah, because I think I think the rough timeline for a booster was like what 6 or 8 months after your second thing. So I'm only at 4 months barely. So I'm pretty sure I'm not 1% also. Oh, Allison's already deeming it Mad Max world outside. Admittedly, I've not used my PS5 that much, other than like non-game things, since I got a graphics card. But like, I'm happy I have it. I mean, that Matrix thing is only on the consoles right now, so I tried that on PS5. Isn't that right? You can get one if you way overpay. That's what I did. Oh, that's a shame. I got my pre-order in when they went up last year, so I guess I was lucky in that I got one day one for retail price. The problem with that Matrix tech demo is though, is that all of a sudden, like the PS5 is struggling to run it at like a good frame rate, and it's like, damn it. Like I can see why it looks even better, but like all of a sudden I already want a PS6 just so that you can have those visuals, but with a nice stable, smooth frame rate. I really want to try it in PC and see if it holds up better. Mm. It is very depressing, also. I only hope that I offer everyone a slice of comfort in these trying times. Oh, a safe, friendly haven. A port in the storm, if you will. A firefly. Why are you being so... Hmm? Oh, you're good. Ah, ah, ah. Sometimes the claw just goes right into your tit. Anyway, um, oh, thank you, Renegade and Elsa. That's sweet. For anyone that didn't hear, they are now advising against the J&J vaccine. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really hear much about that one anymore. It seems to be mostly Pfizer and Moderna, and then the AZ one or the AZ one, whatever, uh, had a bit of controversy itself, especially for younger people. So they a lot of places aren't pushing that one anymore as a result. And apparently they're recommending that your booster is a different one. So I might get like a Moderna booster. because apparently that like I don't know supercharges you. So it's like mixing the AAB gunpowder in Resident Evil 3. You get the super ammo. I don't know. Uh, I'm just talking nonsense at this point, guys. Uh, yeah. Yeah, apparently they're suspecting there's some benefits for your booster to be switched over to a different thingy, but talk about an empty gesture. Hey, Firefly. I thought I didn't really get a choice what I got. I just got told I was getting Pfizer. I think I could have objected if I'd felt like if they'd offered me one of the ones that was a bit more dodgy. I think I would have had the right to say no. But I had no problems with Pfizer. If they give me Pfizer the third time, I'll be fine with that. If they wanted to mix it up with a bit of Moderna, I'll say okay, sure. If they try hit me with one of the other ones though, I might be a bit more hesitant. Hmm. I wouldn't have thought you could have mixed them. Because so when I heard that, I doubted that it was a true thing, and then I googled it, and then it turned out, yeah, there was tons of articles talking about it. So fair enough. Can't can't doubt the research. Hmm. Firefly. Oh, he's finally given up and gone away. Good. I don't get it either, Elsa. I can't believe they all actually like believe in the conspiracies. There has to be like some other like base reason for a lot of people. It can't just be that. Firefly. Why do you keep circling around like you're waiting for me to do something? I am quite happy to just throw you out. What a menace of a cat. Absolute menace. Dear. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was going to stream on Sunday, but I had a really sore head. I ended up just going to bed early because I had been planning. Because I wasn't sure getting into the weekend, but once my plans for like Friday and Saturday settled, I'm like, okay, Sunday stream night. And then Sunday came, and I just was like, I had a sore head. I was like slightly sore like most of the day, but then I got really bad later on in the night. I think the more I looked at screens while I was editing or doing stuff, the worse it got. that's a shame, Alison. I mean, I don't really have a nice response to hearing that, Elsa. Um, like people think they're going to be protected by crystals or remedies or whatever. Like I have no nice words to respond to that with, really. Well, that's really sad, Alison. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about offending anti-vaxxers. Kidding me? It's bit, it comes back to I don't know who said it first, but we can't really use the phrase "avoid it like the plague" anymore because a lot of people are refusing to avoid the plague. In essence, sometimes you really just the stupidity and ignorance of the human race at times is quite flabbergasting. Oh, that's interesting. YouTube held that comment for review. Allison. Obviously, the context of what you're saying it makes sense to us, but YouTube flagged it. But I hadn't heard that particular theory, but I'm not shocked by it. Well, I went to let it pass, but I think Cindy already clicked on it to let it through. Because I knew you weren't saying that. You were just quoting what a conspiracy theory was. Um. Hmm. Uh, this weird like tribalism mentality. I think genuinely, I honestly don't know how much harm has been done to people in the world in general because of the concept of the sunk cost fallacy, of which after a while of being on the wrong side of something, you probably realize that you are completely in the wrong side. But because you've already like spoken out on one side, you dare not like admit you were wrong and just, well, I've already committed to this side, so I'm just going to keep like try to make this true. even if I kind of deep down know it's not. Uh, I feel that there's a lot of people who just don't want to admit that maybe they've been wrong. So the theories and the explanations and excuses get wilder and wilder to justify, and just ignoring the fact that, you know, a lot of how a virus spreads is kind of expected because it's happened before. My whole sunk cost fallacy thing's not even like that was a thought I'd had before about just other things rather than specifically this topic, but I think it applies. I think I started thinking that way mostly about politics. But hey, what a cheery conversation we're having tonight. I know Firefly. Firefly's upset. You want out, cat? I'll let you out. Come on. Oh. Alright, Firefly is out. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean, Allison. His victory and kind of cult-like status kind of emboldened a lot of people. My games of torture. How dare you? Um, The hope is that as it mutates, that it will turn into something that is easier to catch, but far less severe. I believe other viruses in the past have went that way. I believe that's the hope, but like it's a good question, Allison. Sometimes I wonder who's the torturer and who's the tortured. Pardon me. Whew. No particular deadline. Although if you're implying that I should do some tonight, I kind of agree. I would say that I'll have them all done. Like I'll make a point of doing them all before Christmas. But the problem is that I can't. I don't like if there's more added by then I can't necessarily keep that promise. So I can maybe promise that I'll do the number that's there right now by Christmas. Did you just completely drop the Lost rewatch? It wasn't a conscious choice, Cindy. It was kind of like I did record like an episode 1 of it, and I kind of just put it on the back burner, and then something else came up, and then something else came up, and I've just not really. I just sort of like stopped thinking about it. 2022. Alison, are you trying to kill me? What's the Jumping Jack count at this point? The Jumping Jack counter right now is at 470. It's in 2 batches, right? So there's 150 and 320. The 150 is the number that I've been whittling down. 320 was a new amount that was added later. 2022. Alison just wants me to keel over and die. That's all Alison wants. Maybe we can get that to 1,000. Oh, come on. Come on. Hey, what was I saying? I was a bit lost. So I just kind of kept going on the back burner. I still like the idea of doing it. I do. It was kind of frustrating because I remember when I was talking about it and I was recording that first one, and I've still got that recording sitting around, I think. I was thinking, oh, it'd be really good to actually do like a proper thing where I do use clips and stuff, but the problem is that takes obviously a lot more time. And also it means it sticks out from the other stuff that we've done, because all of a sudden it's this new format for a TV review. I'm only kidding, Alison. I'm only kidding. So I mean, the idea of doing a lost rewatch with reviews is not a bad idea. It's actually a very good idea. It's just a case of when I feel the time is there for it, and whatever. Like, especially if I maybe find someone who's not watched it before to watch with, or even just someone else who has seen it, who wants to watch. But I mean, at least right now, Babylon 5 is really consistent. Star Trek's consistent again. Twilight Zone's a little bit on and off right now, because me and Tara are doing the new Trek stuff. We're hoping to squeeze in some Twilight Zone here or there. What about the new season of Lost in Space? I'd have to go back and finish season 2. I don't think I ever watched the last 2 episodes of season 2. That was so long ago, but that was just a case of me and Connor, because that was when Connor was still doing all the TV reviews with me, and we just had so much to get through that Lost in Space just kind of fell by the wayside. It's admittedly the standards have went down a little bit now compared to then, but that was at a time when some TV shows got good numbers and some didn't, and Lost in Space didn't really get good numbers in season 2. So the priorities always had to shift to whatever was getting watched more by other people. Did I finish the Squid Game? I've got 1 episode left, Elsa. The episode 8 review went up yesterday. I still have to watch and review the final episode. I'm looking forward to it. It's very good. And Lost in Space is a fun show, but Lost in Space, there wasn't necessarily a ton to say about Lost in Space episode to episode. It was a lighter show, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's less to talk about and discuss with it. When I finish a Squid Game episode, I've got thoughts running through my head. I'm sitting waiting to spout all the ideas and observations I had about the storytelling and the character building and whatever. And there's some shows where I'll finish an episode and I'll just be like, Yeah, it was good. I had decent fun, but I don't really have much to deconstruct with it. That's because it's that damn good, Cindy. It's nice to be giddy about a show I'm talking about. It's been a while. Oh, I mean, it's nice to have Expanse back because Expanse is upper tier as well. Allison, don't be mean. Maybe next time when the ladies of the group suggest a show, you will listen to us. Um, so you're taking credit for Squid Game? Okay, yes, sure, sure. And to be fair, Squid Game might have done quite well views wise had it been done at the time when it was hot and fresh. I don't remember why I didn't do it at the time. There was other things going on or something. I can't remember. But it's very good. I'm glad I watched it, even if it was late. Allison, I know you were gunning for me to watch it. I put it in a vote, didn't I? Which reminds me, I still have to do the vote winner for this month because there was like basically no new pilots to put on one, so it was just all pilots from this year. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to go check what the vote was to remember the title of the show. But that is an after I've done the after I finish the top 10, I'll worry about doing that. And then work on the Hitchcock top 10 immediately. Gets going at that point. Um, you'll notice as well the classic Screams episodes that are being ported to the movies channel have switched to Christmas movies rather than a franchise. It just made sense to do some old Christmas episodes over. So where are we getting that Army of the Dead review? It'll come. Don't worry, it'll come. It'll come. 2022. that's my promise. 2022. Yeah, well they've been saying summer, so yeah, July sounds right, I guess. That'll have been like 3 years, right? Because that was 2019. Oh come on! A lot of our movie reviews aren't even supposed to be timely. That's not that weird. I don't think so, Chris. I think I remember them saying earlier on that it was going to be 4 or 5 seasons, but I don't think they've said anything about this one being last. So I am assuming there's going to be a fifth. That's not how YouTube works. That I can put playlists into the channel Renegade, but the point of putting the videos in themselves over is that YouTube recommends other videos by the same channel for analytics and for the algorithm. You want people who are clicking on the videos on the channel to be watching more videos on the same channel. It's While I can put a playlist of Male Fuzz TV videos on the movies channel, it won't actually help out the algorithm on the movies channel. So that's why everything has to be ported. It's easy enough to put the playlists whatever you want. Like that's easy, but that's not why I'm doing it. So the long process of porting episodes continues. When is the boy review coming over? I don't know. I don't know. Like I say, it's a bunch of Christmas episodes. The next batch. Uh, And then I was thinking all the Scream reviews because Scream 5's coming out in January, so makes sense for that little franchise to be next up after the Christmas ones. And I don't know where I was going after that. Kind of just playing it by ear. Maybe it'll be time to do some early standalone episodes. And that could include The Boy. I downloaded it to make sure I can't lose it if you hide it. I'm not gonna hide it. Oh. Hmm. Um. Also, someone claiming to be the director of Rumpelstiltskin commented on the Rumpelstiltskin video. So, there's a bit of fun news for you. This was like a week and a half ago, but it popped out in my head. Since we're talking about The Boy, which leads to the lap, which naturally leads to the rump. I do love the idea that the director of Rumpelstiltskin heard me shit all over it. That's pretty funny. I mean, I looked up the director's name. I mean, the name matches, but I mean that's obviously not proof necessarily. But then again, who would claim that movie is their own if it wasn't really you? If anything, he should be changing his name and saying, "Nope, definitely it wasn't me. I was definitely not the director of this movie." I got jokes. Pardon me. Get a little bit yawny. What have I got tomorrow? I got Expanse to do. I got more editing to do. Saturday's Comics Day. And I got recording with Tara late tomorrow night. I got recording with Tara late Saturday night. I got recording with Tara not late Sunday. We're recording afternoon Sunday. So I get late Sunday free. Although I imagine I might want to just do some more editing then. But we'll see. We'll see. And then the Christmas of streams. Starting on Monday. Oops. Okay. It's a 12-hour stream on the 24th. We won't necessarily be doing a 12-hour stream because I didn't put it up. I didn't keep it up as a goal this time. I just sort of said, "Oh, we'll do a Christmas stream." So it might just be like not a normal length. Well, probably longer than normal, but not necessarily 12 hours. But you probably missed what I said earlier, though, that I'm probably going to be streaming like several days next week. So rather than one extra long stream, you're probably going to get like multiple days of streams on the run up to Christmas. Past 11 p.m. for you now. Yep, that tracks. I mean, tomorrow's a school day, Alison. So I suspect you got busy stuff to do tomorrow. Can you start early so I can catch some of it? I have to leave at 7 p.m. on the 24th. or before the 24th. It's Merry Christmas. Everybody's having fun. Look to the future, no, it's only just begun. Um, I'm definitely planning on streaming earlier on one or two of the nights next week. Um, and I'm planning at least one of them to be on one of the other channels, like on the movie channel instead of this one. In fact, I might even do one on each. Good night, Alison. Do one on the that makes a lot of sense actually. Do one on the TV channel one night and one on the movie channel another night. Give the audiences on both channels a chance to sample the streams. It's a good reason to like, maybe draw some people in that don't find the live channel or don't try the live channel out. Maybe they pop in for the Christmas special and get a taste. If I stream on the 25th, I'll be here doing nothing. Really, I've got one audience member if I decide to stream on Christmas Day. And actually, I don't know what I'll be doing on Christmas Day. I might just be playing video games or something. I always think of Christmas Day as video game time. All the social media impressions for the new Matrix movie are very, very positive, but then these almost always are very positive, even for Batman v Superman, so it's meaningless. I'm not going to promise I'll be streaming on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. If I feel like doing it, I will, but if I decide to be lazy, then so be it. But Monday through Thursday, I will be streaming. Oh, someone's saying you'll only like Resurrections if you like Reloaded and Revolutions, which is a really bad, bad omen. No worries. Good night, Allison. It may start World War III. I guess not, Elsa. I guess not. Firefly demands an entrance. Hmm. Oh, that should be fun. I am now going to tell you all about the Pornhub 2021 year in review. So you know how like Spotify does like a stats thing at the end of the year where this is the most listened to song. This is the most of this. Um, Pornhub last few years have put out like most common searches and things like that. So we ain't doing anything else. The number one search on Pornhub in 2021, sadly, was hentai. Hmm. It beat last year. Apparently, Japanese was the most common term worldwide, but lesbian was the most common in the US. But now hentai's top worldwide and top US. Number two is romance. Hentai. Oh, poor else doesn't know what hentai is. Hentai is like anime porn. It's animated porn from Japan. Well, at least it usually is, I think. Anyway, two is romance. Interesting. 139%. Also, gay visitors also had bromance go up 288%. Number three is group sex. Threesome grew by 40% worldwide. And then a combination of group FFM, MMF, and orgy all grew by more than 70%. People are really into the group stuff this year, apparently. Oh dear. That doesn't surprise me, Chris. Four is fitness. Fitness. Searches for fitness grew by 65%, following a similar trend in 2020 involving activities like yoga, running, exercise, and gym. Wait, so but look, they do an exercise video and then have sex? Is that is that what that is? I don't know what fitness porn is. Uh, I mean, it was already really popular, Elsa. To be honest, I've never understood it myself, but it was already. But that might be why it's getting more popular. I don't know. Number five, swapping. Searches for swap and swapping grew by 170%. Swinger and swinging trended in the summer, resulting in a 127% increase. Cuckold grew by 168%. I'll be honest, when I read swapping, I didn't think they meant swapping partners. I thought they meant swapping something else, which also happens in dirty movies. But maybe it means both. Maybe it means both in this case. Number six is challenge. Challenge related searches grew by 255%, with trending terms like bus it, jerk off challenge, and try not to come. More than 500 terms are routinely combined with the challenge searches. There you go. Number seven, transgender. Don't have to explain that one. It's up by 141%. Number eight is goth. People were at goths this year. Up 283% in 2021, averaging more than 5 million searches each month. People are into goths, man. Maybe, is this because everyone's all depressed now? We've been in lockdown and in the pandemic world too long. Everyone's just like, now my fantasy is just some really moody girl. I want a moody girl to match my moody mood. Number 9. Roommate. Searches containing roommate grew by 136%, including lesbian roommate, gay roommate, effing roommate, straight roommate, and horny roommate. I guess people are really starting to fantasize about their roommates. They've been stuck in together too long. Now they're starting to think about sex with roommates. That makes sense. And then number 10 on this list is how to. Searches containing how to grew by 245%, including how to squirt. Okay, I don't think we're ready for these. How to squirt, how to eat pussy, how to suck dick, how to put on a condom. It makes sense that you'd have like instructional videos for that on Pornhub. Actually, that's actually really smart. I mean, half the things I look up on YouTube are how to do certain things. It makes sense Pornhub would get in that for more adult nature things. Anyway, so how to last longer, how to finger myself, how to shave balls, how to make a dildo. Don't make a dildo, just buy one. Oh my god, don't make a dildo. And of course, finding Spot. How to find Spot, yes. And how to make her come. So that's all the how-tos that have been searched for. That's image 1 though. What are these graphs? Or bar charts? Most searched for terms. So that was like grouping terms into categories. This is just like terms and ranked in order. So number 1 is hentai, number 2 is Japanese, number 3 is lesbian, number 4 is MILF, number 5 is penne. I actually don't know what that is. Pinay. I have no idea what that is. Number 6 is Asian, 7 is stepmom, 8 is anal, 9 is ebony, 10 is big ass. There's a lot more than that. I'll just give you the top 10. Most searched for porn stars. I don't imagine this will mean much to many people here. So I won't bother saying them, but unless you want to know who the most searched for are. For research purposes. Is there any men on this list, actually? Is anyone looking for... Or is it all female porn stars? As best I can tell, they're all female, but there's a couple of names that could go either way. Oh, and then the best part. The map of the US with the most searches per state. So, you know, what is the most searched term in each state? Would anyone care to guess what the most popular category is in California? Anyone? This is a wide variety. Like, each state really has their own thing that is the most popular. No, it's not gay. Kentucky. They're not labeled. Where am I looking for Kentucky? I can't remember where Kentucky. California's most searched for is Asian. Alaska's interesting. Alaska's most searched for term is morning sex. Alaskans like sex in the morning, apparently. Or they like to fantasize about having sex in the morning. Maybe it's because they don't have a morning, like, several months out of the year, because it's just either dark all the time or light all the time for parts of the year. So the idea of having a morning is, like, super, and interesting. Vegas is strip. Or sorry, not Vegas, Nevada's strip, rather. Nevada's strip. Texas is thick Latina. Not just Latina, thick Latina. Oh, Florida's not well, no, it probably is still guys mainly, but like, so Florida's is BBC. If I have to explain what BBC is, I hope I don't. But um, let me get a map of the states up, so so I can correctly say which one's which. Okay. All right. So someone asked about Kentucky. Kentucky's top search is threesome. What's the C? Cock. Well, no, BBC is a channel, yes. BBC's a network of things in the UK, yes. But in porn, it's got a very different meaning. What we got? Utah's top search is Mormon? Okay. Whoa, Idaho. Their top search is a giantess. Giantess, rather. Giantess. Oregon's into the GOI. Don't ruin the BBC for me. Montana is anal cream pie. Oh, that one's specific. What one's that? Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got a very specific preference. Lesbian yoga. Whoa, which one's got that? Iowa. Jesus Christ. Iowa's top search on Pornhub is Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. A character, a specific character is the top search in Iowa. South Dakota sex doll? So, really? That's your fantasy? North Dakota, on the other hand, keeping it classy with Quickie. Michigan just dreams of blowjobs. Ohio's into cougars. Pennsylvania likes to search for swallow. But New York's into foot jobs. Oh my. I don't know why, but Louisiana, their search is naked women, which is just really funny to me. There's some that people in Louisiana go to Pornhub and just search naked women. Like they might not find that. Like everything else might not include that. Oh dear. Oh, what states? Mississippi's into furries? Arkansas searches for divorced? That's a weird one. Okay. Oklahoma's into natural boobs. Alright. Kansas is into pantyhose. If you will. Nebraska just likes good old fashioned moaning. Wyoming just searches for hardcore, which I mean, again, you're probably going to encounter that. Indiana likes dildos. Connecticut likes swingers. Washington D.C. likes vintage. Oh my, old school. New Jersey likes fandom. Oh, fandom in New Jersey. It's interesting. I think that's most of them. I've missed some, but those are the ones that stuck out. Yeah, and the exact stat that I'm listing here isn't necessarily the most searched overall, but it's the most searched compared to other states. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's still sort of where they're skewing more towards overall. Well, that was a hoot. A lot of old people in Washington D.C. Yeah, maybe it. Maybe they're just searching for porn, I guess. Oh, there is more actually. I was just looking at some images before. What about Arizona? Twerking. Elsa, twerking. Uh, oh, top 20 countries by traffic. US is number one by quite a margin. UK is number two by a reasonable margin. Then Japan, then France, Italy. Mexico's number six. So Mexico's the sixth horniest country, apparently. This is actually kind of weird. I'm like, obviously I get why the UK is quite high in certain other sites, but like the UK has much less people than some of these countries. Why is there like France and like Canada specific porn sites that they can go to, or like, so they're not all on Pornhub? What's going on? Time spent per visit averages. Oh my. Number one, bizarrely, is the Philippines with 11 minutes and 31 seconds. Number two is Japan with 10 minutes and 3 seconds. Then France with 10 minutes and 2 seconds. UK is number six with 9 minutes and 52 seconds. US is in the middle with 9 minutes and 44 seconds. They're all very close, so there's not like a big difference. Apparently, on average, there's a 29-second decrease in the average visit duration worldwide. Meaning, presumably, that everyone who's going to Pornhub to deal with themselves is doing it on average 29 seconds faster than they were in 2020. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently, it's the young people who are quicker. 35 and over are all taking longer than they did last year, but everyone under 35 is doing it quicker. Wild. Absolutely wild. Apparently 11 p.m. to midnight is the most common time on the site. It's the busiest time. More endurance. But if you have more, what, the older people have more endurance? I guess. Oh, there's a map of the world, although most of them, the world's most viewed categories. So the most viewed category in the US is ebony, which is interesting given the US's like status on certain things. Canada's lesbian, as is the UK, and Spain and France. Uh, this is getting into a very specific thing here, Renegade. um, not necessarily. I'll just say that. Leave it there. A lot of South America likes hentai, but there's a lot of lesbian there. Russia's into hentai. Pretty much all of like Eastern Asia search for Japanese porn. Australia's into lesbian. Some of the middle of Europe search for MILF. Most of Scandinavia is into lesbian, but the one in the middle, because I can't remember which the order they're in ever, is into anal the most. Okay. Hmm. Well, there's most viewed or most searched gay terms and things like that. Oh, this is interesting. Most viewed categories by gender. So for men, it's Japanese, then MILF, then mature, then ebony, then hentai, then anal, then amateur, then lesbian, blah blah blah. But women's favorites, the number one result or search category for women is lesbian. That's interesting. Oh, you want Mexico? Let me scroll back up. Mexico, lesbian. Category wise, most category is lesbian. Oh, this is interesting. Viewed more by women when compared to men. Scissoring. Solo male. Pussy licking. Fingering. Lesbian. Popular with women. I mean, that makes sense. Muscular men. That makes sense. Bisexual male. I guess that makes sense. Gangbang. Gangbang. And double penetration. Honestly, gangbang and double penetration being more viewed by women than men is actually a little surprising. Maybe it shouldn't be, but it kind of is. Hmm. Most searched for porn stars by a woman. Very interesting. Oh, and the percentage of women per country. So the Philippines, 52%. Wait, what? That's 52 and 49. I guess it depends. Okay. Wait, what? Proportion of female viewers, 52% Philippines. That's quite high. That's more than half. Only 33% of Pornhub visitors in the US are women. So 33% for US, 31% for UK. Mexico goes a bit higher, 43%. So, yeah. Congratulations, Elsa. Doing your part, I assume. Age demographics. I mean, the US is pretty evenly spread by the looks of it. 7% of the US is over 65 years old. Oh my. Same with the UK, actually. Interesting. Top categories relative of generation. So there's like a top categories for Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen X, and Boomers. So the most popular category for boomers is handjob. The most popular character for Gen X is cartoon. I knew that generation was screwed up. Generation Y, which I guess is millennials, is Asian. And Generation Z, top category, is lesbian. All very different, interestingly. What's interesting is just seeing some of the categories that are only in one batch of thingy. That's weird. Devices don't care. Don't care. Wait, actually, hold on. Most people use a phone. I mean, I guess a lot of people don't have computers. I guess I just I don't expect people to be sitting watching porn on their phone, but I guess it's something many people do. Traffic by blah 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 blah. This is really nitty gritty stuff at this point. Traffic by game console. Okay, so for people who use game consoles to watch porn on Pornhub, 60.6% is PlayStation, 36.8% is Xbox, 2.2% is PS Vita, and 0.4% is Nintendo. I don't know, I saw the results of this were out and it just seemed interesting. Yeah, alright, ready. Are you doing a top 10 of the year? What, of porn videos? Oh, you mean of movies? I don't have a top 10. I haven't seen it. I have not. So this is just the sad truth: is that there's not enough movies this year to make a top 10 out of that I like enough. Like I've seen like 30 plus movies that are 2021. I was considering doing like a best of 20 and 2021 together list because I didn't do one for 2020 for the same reason. So maybe between the 2 years there'll be enough of a decent top 10. Oh, here we go. Most searched movie characters, or movie and, fictional characters. Harley Quinn is number 1, as you'd have expected. Number 2. Does anyone want to guess what the number 2 most popular character is that's searched for on Pornhub? Do 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 do. Scotsman's top 10 porn videos would get views. I don't think I am ready or will ever be ready to just openly reveal such a thing to the world. Some things are just for you. Thor. Nah. It's another female character. Number 2 is Wonder Woman. So DC's got the top 2 spots locked down. Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman. Number 3 is Harry Potter, although I wonder if it's specifically Harry Potter or just, they're looking for Hermione stuff. Then Star Wars, then Black Widow, then Spider-Man, then Avengers, then Incredibles, then Princess Leia, then Catwoman, then Batman, then Elastigirl. From Incredibles. Yeah. Hotel Transylvania, these sick fucks. Deadpool, Captain Marvel, Power Rangers, Ghostbusters, Joker, Batgirl, Superman, Captain America, and Free Guy. Free Guy. Most searched for TV shows and cartoons. Simpsons? Teen Titans? I guess I get Teen Titans a little bit, but Scooby-Doo, Dragon Ball Z, Family Guy, Rick and Morty. Why are people into like cartoons? In this context, I mean, not in general. Most searched for video games: Fortnite, Minecraft. There's Minecraft porn? Like how? Overwatch, Pokemon, Brawl Stars, Among Us, Five Nights at Freddy's, Genshin Impact. Like, what? I don't understand. Okay, most searched for video game characters. All right. Number one is Lara Croft. I guess she's been the queen of pervy nerds for video games ever since the mid 90s, and it's never went away. Number two is Diva from Overwatch. I don't know who that is. And number three is Super Mario. Who are these sick bastards who want to watch Mario? Number four is Jill Valentine. Hey, some Resident Evil love. Then Princess Peach. Then Tifa from Final Fantasy. That one makes sense. People have been jonesing for her since the 90s as well. Bowsette. I don't even know who Bowsette is, but I'm assuming it's a female version of Bowser. Then Ada Wong. Then Link, Chun-Li, Pikachu, Claire Redfield. Man. What weird. Wait, what? Oh, there's a category here that's kind of weird. Eurovision Song Contest. When people have to adjust their favourite porn viewing times to watch a live event, it can cause noticeable changes in Pornhub's traffic. The 65th annual Eurovision Song Contest aired its finale on the May 22nd, 2021. During the 3-hour live broadcast, traffic to Pornhub dropped throughout much of Europe, especially in countries represented by a finalist. Malta and Iceland showed the biggest traffic drops by nearly a third. Holy shit. So Malta's Pornhub traffic dropped by 34% whilst the final Eurovision Song Contest was on. People got to stop playing with themselves to watch Eurovision, apparently. Oh, and that goes in depth by some of the more used countries. Interesting. Okay. It's just a lot of the same things, but broken down per country. A little bit. Alright, I think we're done with this. Well, what was supposed to be Meet Me in St. Louis turned into let's analyze Pornhub statistics for 2021 and be shocked at what some people search for. I'm pretty sure we may have done this last year or the year before. I seem to remember going through one of these at some point. Hmm. Okay. Okay. We're done. We're away from the smutty stuff. We're back to our usual high class conversation. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay, what a weird stream this has turned out to be. It's time for Xmas presents. I already picked something from the list, but I want to add another, but I haven't made up my mind. Oh, from my list? Talk about my presents for me? Elsa, you shouldn't. Mm. Oh. Well, look on the bright side, as we were looking through all those results, at least no one's top search was grannies or anything like that. Although there's definitely a market. I know there is. How's Connor doing? He's in pain. He's officially off work for 6 weeks. He's got a proper cast on now. And a proper sling. And yeah. He says the pain kind of comes and goes. They did say that he has to do exercises with his elbow, like after a couple of weeks, while it's still healing. Because if he doesn't, then he might never be able to twist his elbow again. So, yeah. Oh, he got well. He didn't get attacked by a dog. He phrased it as he got attacked by a dog. But then when we talked to him about it on the comics podcast last week, the truth came out that a big dog was actually friendly and just happened to be big enough to shove him. So the dog came up to basically just say hello. Didn't come up to bite him or anything. Just came up to because it was excited to see someone, and it pushed him onto the road. And he landed on his arm, and it broke his elbow and his wrist. He'll be fine though. I mean, he's more miserable though that he's out of work for 6 weeks more than anything. And his girlfriend's pissed because now she has to do all the cooking and cleaning for several weeks because he can't do any of it. And his worker pissed at him because now they're like down a staff member. In a time when their staff members constantly have to quarantine for 2 weeks at random points. So, busy. Not busy. Which is why you're going to see him on the comics podcast consistently for about 5 or 6 weeks, because he's free. And why we should not be missing any weeks of Star Trek for about 6 weeks, because he's free. So hey. Oh no, he didn't do it on purpose. He's not happy about it. He's not happy at all. So, I mean, me and Matt were enjoying cracking some jokes, though, of course, as we do. But yes, not. So I refuse to call it being attacked, because when he actually described it, it sounded like the dog was just trying to be friendly and just happened to be big enough, and Connor got caught off guard that he fell. Which, I mean, it sucks, but yeah. So it wasn't really the dog push; it was just the way he landed that did it. The real thing though is he's lucky that there was no cars on the road, because I mean, if it happened right before a car drove down, we could be having a much more serious and less amusing conversation about it. So we get to have some fun, crack some jokes, like his arm. So yeah. So I think then for next week, which days I start early and do on the other channels, I'm not sure. Maybe it makes more sense to leave them till near Christmas. Maybe it makes sense to do them earlier in the week. Yeah, probably later in the week, maybe. So we'll probably do Meet Me in St. Louis on. Oh wait, no, because we want to wait for Elsa, don't we? Elsa wants to watch it, so maybe we'll save that for a couple of days in. Maybe we'll do Scrooged on Monday. Or What? I mean, it has to be on my wish list, though, right, Elsa? You didn't have to look that much. It's not that long a list. Are you about to tell me to add something to it? Which I guess I can do for you, but less of a surprise, perhaps. Where are we? Maybe I'll let my Patreon to Connor's Corner and pick a terrible book for him to read during his downtime. To add. Well, just give me a link then, I suppose, if you want me to. Now, actually, I think Connor's getting a lot of reading done anyway. Because this is the thing, he wants to play video games, but he can't because he's only got one hand to really use. So, with the exception of strategy games where you can choose a mouse, so all he can really do is watch stuff and read stuff. So he's been reading a ton of comics. Because he does that other podcast with James, of which I can't remember the name of it. For every hour streamed during Xmas week, you get to open one window. Oh, is it an advent calendar? You want me to add an advent calendar? Took me a second to realise what you meant there. Send me treats. I was actually tempted to sign up for Marvel Unlimited soon. I've been getting the slightest of itches of reading some extra comics that aren't for the show. And then I cracked a joke with Connor saying I should start a show called 3 Months Earlier in the Multiverse, where I'll review a few Marvel books, but all 3 months behind, because that's when they came out in Marvel Unlimited. I have to imagine advent calendars are quite cheap now, given that it's too late to start them properly for 1st of December. What is this? Nah, it's just a like. Nothing super exciting. Well, this has been a weird stream. I guess I'll give the warning that I'll be wrapping up soon. Although I'll let Elsa give me a link to add before I go. Because the movie would have been finishing in about 10 minutes. But yeah, I've been thinking about wanting to actually go back and actually read all of Immortal Hulk and Tanahashi coats his cap. And Zarsky's Daredevil. Well, that's not finished yet, I don't think. My problem is, though, is that what I always seem to do with other books that aren't for, the show or DC is I tend to read up to where they are at the time I'm reading them, and then, I'll forget to keep up with them. Which probably means I should just wait until, 26? That's a specific number. Thank you to whoever is masquerading as Renegade. Someone wanted some spins in before the end. But spins I can do. Get the scoreboard up. Renegade gets 5 VIP spins. Thank you kindly. Let me get in close here so I can read the small text on the scoreboard. Alright, spin number 1. Oh. That's 5 points. But now Renegade has also landed on Tyler's Terror once. Dun dun. Spin 2. Plus 6. And that evens her out with Cindy. Oh, and also 3 points for becoming boss, of course. Okay, so Reg is actually now above Cindy and has 103. Spin number 3. Remember I did away with the phases, so now that's just 1 jumping jack per dollar. God damn it. Spin number 4. There you go. Plus 4. Puts rank it up to 107. And then spin number 5. -3. But you got so many points there that didn't really hurt you too much. 104 is what you're leaving on. You can have 5 more points, or you can give out 5 spins. What would you like to do, Renegade? Bottom. Renegade. Want to keep the points? Oh my! Renegade wants to win. That pushes you up to 109. I'll just swap you 2 around since that top end feels important. There we go. The battle for Renegade supremacy wages on. I'm a little worried about what theme Renegade's going to come up with should she win. Do. Wild stuff. I'll tell you right now, Renegade, Sonic is not a theme. Just putting that out there. It won't be terrible, I promise. Okay. I'm a little concerned, but I will trust you. Did you get the link? I did not. Elsa, put it in Discord. Because YouTube won't let it go through because links aren't allowed. We always forget that. Yeah, send it to Discord. That's the idea. Oh, I got an email saying you're live on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Very, very useful. Don't worry about hitting that goal before like the streams next week. Like you'll have Monday, Tuesday. Um, as long as it's hit by the last day of like by the Thursday, I guess like it's fine. And if I do start the sort of the ladder of goals before we hit it, don't worry, I'll incorporate whatever it makes sense to put it, given where the goal is right at that point. I know people are excited about saving Christmas. Okay, be very specific. It can't be too specific. It can be a subgenre. It can be a genre plus like a time period. So you could say like, 70s horror if you wanted. It can be a subgenre, so you could say, vampire movies, zombie movies, but you can't get too specific. Oops. Oh, there's Elsa's link. Okay. Oh God. Uh, that is scary. uh, what if there's a point total that ends the season instead of an end date? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So you mean like first to get to I don't know, 99 say as a goal would end the season rather than wait until a time. That's not a terrible idea if people like that idea. No, it's not that I don't like. I didn't realize this existed. I didn't realize that this monstrosity was a thing. Well, I wouldn't change it for this one, Elsa. That's already near the end. But like for the next one, they would be sort of implemented. It could mean that we end up going through seasons quicker. I guess the task would be like you wouldn't want it to be too little because we need time to actually go, watch the movies that were picked, that the theme was picked for. So if we fired through like 2 winners too quick, it'd be like, oh shit, we've got 8 movies to watch all of a sudden. So you don't want it to be going too quickly, but it theoretically could speed it up occasionally here or there, or slow down as need be. It's not as much as you think. I mean, I know it's not the full ones. Like I get it's the little ones, but even the little ones, it's still quite a big box. It's like a cereal box. But sure, I will add it to the wish list if I can. Yes, I can. Okay, it is done, Elsa. Very amusing though. Very amusing. I will warn you though that I don't like every flavor. Just I'll put that out there. Which I don't mind, but just in case you won't be happy that I don't necessarily eat every one. I leave that in your capable hands. Although I'm imagining the size of the box if it was full cans. It'd be huge. Ooh. But yeah, we could do like, I don't know, first to 75 points or something, ends the season. Or something. Just try to think what the right amount would be. I have not yet. Tell Elo that I probably wait until it's available at home. I may get tempted. I may get tempted and go when the crowds have died down a little bit, but I'm not like super rushing to go see it. I have to eat them all. That's a bit unfair. Oh. Oh dear. Well, I think it's probably time for me to wrap this bad boy up. It's been a weird stream. We didn't really do anything other than analyze Pornhub statistics, but hopefully you enjoyed the casual chat. And we will have a full. Well, it's not a full week, but like we'll have a full set of streams pretty much back to back next week, with Christmas movies, including Meet Me in St. Louis, and Muppets Christmas Carol, and Scrooged, of course, because that was the winner of that box game. So those are the 3 that I know we're doing next week, and probably another 1 or 2 along the way. Maybe leave one of the mini goals might even be to unlock a certain movie or something. I don't know. But thank you very much for joining me, guys. It's been a pleasure. I will see you next week for a bunch of Christmas streams. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Good night, guys.